What's going on, everyone? Tony Ivanov here with another video lesson, and today I'm going to talk about the 3 trades I made today that made me a total profit of $182.36. Very awesome day in the fact that I finally turned around my red streak. Yesterday I was able to just reflect and reevaluate what I was doing wrong in the market, and today I was able to implement the changes that I said yesterday and able to lock in those nice consistent profits. Not big profits whatsoever, as I used around $9,000 to trade, so very small win in terms of percentage, but it's a very big win in terms of being able to adapt to the market finally and lock in those winning trades. So I'm going to go over those 3 trades, exactly what I did and how I did them, so stay tuned for that. First, every single day I give away $25 and it goes to a random commenter from the previous video. So we're gonna do that right now. Had 153 unique commenters. Thank you all so much for commenting. I really do appreciate each and every single comment. I do my best to read every single one and respond to every single one, but sometimes it just gets kind of overflowed, so I'm sorry if I don't get to yours. But we'll see who wins. So if you're new to the channel, all you need to do if you want to win this $25 is leave a like, leave a subscription, leave a comment down below with a question, and you'll enter into the raffle. So here's the winner, Shadow Wolf. He says, "Hey, keep up the work. I am learning a lot from you doing this screen recording lesson. I didn't know much about trading until I subscribed to your channel." So that's awesome to hear, man. I'm glad you're seeing value in the content. Keep watching, and I hope you can join our chat room, and I'll see you in there for some live trading sessions. So just make sure that you send me a YouTube message with your PayPal email address, and I'll send you that $25. So today was, once again, a really choppy day as far as the overall market goes. If you don't know, the past 2 or 3 days, we've had the biggest market pullback since 2011. So, the markets have been very volatile. So in order to take opportunity on this volatility, I mainly traded the TVIX today. I recapped this ETN yesterday. Basically what the TVIX is whenever the SPY goes down, TVIX goes up. So you can really use that to your advantage when the markets are crashing. You still have something to trade that is going to see a lot of buying volume and a lot of movement upwards. So first trade I took out of the gates was actually DRYS, so let me bring that up right now. DRYS, I bought the breakout over pre-market highs. I bought 500 shares at $3.50 right here at 9:31, and I sold those 500 shares at $3.63, so made around 13 cents per share on 500 shares, which is around $70, I believe. Yeah, like $70. So that was a very nice quick trade. I could have made around 10 cents more. However, for some reason, once again, my hotkeys were not working. So both the buy and sell were market orders, which I don't really like to use market orders because when you use limit orders, you can really dial in your buys and sells and really get the best price possible. But for some reason, this morning when I opened up my E-Trade account, my hotkeys were not working, so I had to resort to those market orders. So not the best, but still really good. I was trying to get out here in the 370s, but my computer actually started to crash. It was I don't know what happened. I think it had to do with how my hotkeys were programmed on my keyboard, but my browser just kept opening up new tabs, like 10 tabs a second, and my computer finally could not handle it, and it just shut down. It shut down mid-trade. So immediately reset my computer. While it was booting up, I loaded up E-Trade on my phone, watched the price hit 365, 370, got back into my E-Trade account on my computer as fast as possible, and then by the time I was in, I sold at around 363. So kind of unfortunate, but still locked in a nice profit, nice small win, which is mainly what I've been aiming for. The past 3, 4, 5 days, I've just been taking consistent small losses. So my goal for this week is just to end green. And the best way that I can do that right now is just to regain my confidence with my trading, lock in those small profits, know that I'm still profitable, and then start to scale back up. And especially on a day like today, the markets are still hurting, so you don't want to aim for a big win. My plan is just to aim for those nice small profits, and it's not the easiest thing to do with a small account. My account isn't that small anymore. If you're trading with like $1,000, $2,000, my recommendation would be the best thing you could do for the next few days is, you know, don't even trade. Trade only if there's a explosive setup that you know can make you good returns, because right now, honestly, the best trades are these really small profits. DRYS, the stock is over $3.50. A 13-cent per share win is around 5%. TVIX, I traded after this. TVIX, the first trade I did after this, I bought 500 shares at $8 exactly, and I sold at $8.10. So I made 10 cents per share on a stock that was $8. If you have a small account, you're not going to cover commissions with that. So I was able to make profit on this because I have a bigger account. However, you know, if you don't have a big account, either don't do the same type of trading that I do, or just don't trade today. With a small account, you do not need to trade every single day. I know you're hyped, you're ready to get up, get going, knock out the markets, place a bunch of trades, but really, the best trades come once a few days. So if you're able to restrict yourself and not feel the need to trade every single day, especially with a small account, this is the main thing I'm trying to stress is with a small account, because once your account is bigger, you can be more flexible and, you know, lock in those small profits here and there. But with a small account, you don't have that flexibility, especially with around $1,000, $2,000. I personally really recommend that you start out with $2,000, because that gives you just enough wiggle room to really play around and not have to worry too much about commissions. And one thing I really want to stress is that if you don't have your consistent setup, your consistent pattern, don't be trading with real money. There's no point to trade with real money if you don't know how to be consistent, because you're just gambling. You're hoping you're gonna win, you're hoping you're gonna make that money, and you don't know if it's gonna happen. That's gambling. You need to go back to paper trading. Paper trade until you find that consistent pattern, find what works for you a majority of the time, and then move into real money, and then tackle the markets with your real money. But first, don't jump in just saying, all right, I got $1,000, I want to make some money, I know nothing about trading, but I'm just going to buy some stocks. That's why 90% of the traders lose, because they're greedy and they want to rush into this. If you want to not be like the 90% who lose and you want to be like 10% who win, you have to do things differently. I paper traded for an entire year before I used real money. Every single day I woke up, traded the markets with fake money for an entire year. I didn't make any money because it was fake, but I did learn, you know, the proper mentality, the proper strategies, and, you know, I really understand these charts so much better, and I would have not have been able to do that at all if I didn't paper trade first. So the main lesson I want to stress is on days like today, with a small account, it's not going to be that good for you. You have to be able to restrain yourself and find what works best. So from that tangent there, let me go over TVIX. I placed 2 trades on TVIX. So the first trade I recapped already, made 10 cents a share, no big deal, very small win. If you don't know, the TVIX is basically the inverse of the SPY. I made a video about this yesterday that you can watch, but basically whenever the SPY goes up, TVIX goes down. Whenever the SPY goes down, TVIX goes up. You can see on the SPY we had this massive crash. On TVIX we had this massive spike. So if we go into the daily chart of TVIX and SPY, you could flip these over and they're exactly the same thing. You can see, let me bring up this extended hour so we can break up the days. You can see TVIX had a massive morning dip, SPY massive morning spike. Once this spike turned over, we had the massive rip in TVIX. So this is how you can trade TVIX, and this is how you can trade when the markets are not so strong. And even if you have a small account, you know, you still could have made 10%, 15% per share on TVIX if you know your chart patterns and you know the big picture of charts, and you are able to hold on for a bit longer. Because you can see right here, after we made this move, this little breakout, aka breakdown on SPY, you can make around 13% in around 28 minutes, which is awesome on a small account. You know, long-term investors aim to make 10% per year. So if you can lock in 13% in 30 minutes, go right ahead, do it, but lock it in, you know, always lock that profit in. So the second time I traded TVIX was when SPY did its red to green move. So let me just bring up the previous close line. Okay, so this is the previous close line over here. This yellow or white dotted line is the previous close, meaning that when the price is above this line, SPY is green on the day. It's above the previous close, so it's green. Everyone's happy, everyone's pumped. Yeah, we're going up, market's going back up, awesome. When it's below that line, people start to panic because, okay, now we're down even lower than yesterday. Everyone's panicking. Okay, the markets are dropping. Everyone sell, sell, sell. It's a crash, you know. So this small little line is a very big psychological factor in trading, and you can use it to your advantage, especially in situations like this with the SPY and TVIX, because the TVIX does the exact opposite of SPY. So I traded this green to red move. I was watching SPY, watching how fast this was just falling faster and faster and faster, and I was anticipating to have this green to red move have this nice panic sell, meaning spike on TVIX, and profit from that. So this was at around 1:15 this happened. So 1:15, let's go back into here. This was right here. So you know, the part that I traded was only this area, this little box right here. I'll draw it out real fast. This area is where I traded. You can see, if you have a small account and you want to have a bigger win, you can trade this whole area for this big spike. But you know, I wasn't watching the market. What I do with my live streams every single day is I wake up at 9 a.m. Market time, do my pre-market watch list with my live stream students, trade for about 1 hour, go on a 3-hour break, come back, do my mid-market recap. So if you're interested in checking out this live stream that I keep talking about, there is a free 1-week trial down below. You can try it out for 1 week, no charge, and then if you like it, you can stick around. If you don't, you can cancel the subscription, no big deal. But there you can watch me trade every single day live. So, you know, a lot of you see value in these video lessons. You could have these video lessons happen to you live as I'm trading. So it's a very awesome tool. We have a great community of traders there. It comes with a chat room as well. So there's a bunch of traders who, you know, give their alerts, and I really recommend you check it out. But so there's no way that I could have done this trade because I wasn't at the market. I wasn't watching. That's not what I do. I trade the mornings, and that's usually it. But the past few days, I've been watching for these midday moves because, you know, I'm doing my midday recap anyways. So I'm at the screen looking at what's happening. So I came back to the screen, saw that the SPY was just about to break down. So I bought 500 shares of TVIX at $8.99, and I sold that 500 shares at $9.20. So I made 20 cents per share on this trade. Like I said, not a big win whatsoever, but 20 cents per share on 500 shares, that's $100. And I made that $100 in around, let's see, 3 minutes. Would you like to make $100 in 3 minutes? I would never turn that down. That's an easy trade, easy money. So essentially, when the SPY broke down, the TVIX completed this U-shaped breakout there, went higher. It actually hit a high of $9.50, but you know, I didn't hold on for that long. My profit target was 20 cents per share. That's what I wanted. Boom, got it, sold out, got out, was done. After that, the SPY rebounded, bounced back, so this collapsed. And I'm glad I got out, took my profits, didn't get too greedy. And so that's really how I traded today, and that's how I'm gonna plan my trading tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up, look at the markets, look at the pre-market futures, and see, okay, is the market gonna be volatile? If it's volatile, I will mainly look to trade TVIX because that's where all the money's been. If you look at equity feed, you can see the number one stock. I know TVX isn't a stock, but just to make it simple, I'm gonna call it a stock. The number one stock was TVIX in terms of dollar volume. Almost $500 million of volume pumped into this stock just today alone. You see the two stocks I traded were TVIX and DRYS. Those were the top two dollar volume stocks. You want to be with the stocks that have the most dollar volume, most hype, most momentum, because that's where everyone is and that's where everyone's making money. You have to be where the money is if you want to make money. If there's no money there, you're not going to make money. That's basically it. That's how I traded today. Locked in around $182 right there. Like I said, not a big win, but I'd rather be up this much than having a small loss again. So game plan for tomorrow is just to lock in those small wins again, regain my confidence with my trading, regain my consistency, and then next week I'll start to scale back up, and we'll go from there. But I'm gonna take it one trade at a time and see how I go. So if you joined this video lesson, please check us out in our live stream. Free 1-week trial, link is down below, and leave a like, leave a subscription, leave a comment down below for a chance to win $25, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.